I think the people that in life are successful are the people that have searched within themselves and found the reason to get up, the reason to go to bed at night, the reason to work hard, and the reason to deny immediate self-gratification when the time comes. The people that succeed and achieve at accomplishing any one of our goals, I believe, are people that are able to tap into other levels of their personal concentration and belief in self that otherwise we can take for granted.
Kai Greene, the morning after winning the 2010 Arnold Classic, gives a speech to a select audience at a Sunday morning training seminar.
I believe that the ability to succeed starts with making the decision to do so. And once you make the decision to do that, then by just deciding, as my coach and my mentor has shared with me, half the battle is already won.
The Kai Greene giving this speech today is a far cry from the Kai Greene I met in Las Vegas while he was preparing for the Olympia. As a documentary filmmaker sent by Kai's sponsor, Muscle Meds, it was my first experience spending time with an Olympia-caliber athlete. I was there to show what it is like to prepare for the most intimidating contest in bodybuilding. Nothing about that trip was as I expected. What I encountered in that arid desert was an athlete in a voluntary exile, committed to a monk-like existence for 7 weeks. With the help of his mentor and trainer, Oscar Arden, Kai was pushing himself to his physical and mental limits, and at times, pushing a bit beyond. His placing at the Olympia, though one of the best first outings in the history of the contest, was seen as a disappointment, and the shock of falling short of his goal was evident when he spoke.
That's supposed to be, why are they handing me? Yo, they're handing me. I'm in shock. Stay together, keep it together. Yeah, I'm just waiting for what I ordered. This is not what I ordered.
But now, 6 months later, a different Kai presents himself. Today, his purpose seems clear, his words more focused.
Be encouraged when you see someone else achieve something. In this moment, I'm encouraging each and every one of you to understand and acknowledge that the power of mind, the power of the ability to make a decision, the power to decide to be and tap into my better resources are at the core of my success today. And I challenge you to take that home with yourself.
During the months of training leading up to this day, the contrast with Vegas has been dramatic. No longer chasing the physiques of other competitors, Kai has been true to himself these past months, and it has paid off. For the next hour, we will examine what it takes to become a champion, what it takes to go from 4th place to 1st. Travel with Kai from Brooklyn to Columbus, from uncertainty to confidence, from disappointment to redemption. Kai Greene Redemption is made possible by Muscle Meds bodybuilding supplements, methyl aromatase, hexogen, enoxide, carnivore liquid protein shots, Methylburn Extreme, and Code Red. Now you too can benefit from the science behind the supplements that help Kai Greene returns to his hometown of Brooklyn, New York, after a disappointing fourth-place showing at the 2009 Mr. Olympia competition. Kai's recent successes in bodybuilding have not yet enabled him to leave the somewhat depressed area in which he has lived in a small apartment for the past few years. His hope is that bodybuilding will eventually be the catalyst that will propel him out of Brooklyn and into a new life. Still working toward that objective, he is nonetheless comfortable here and becoming increasingly well-known. After giving his body a break for several weeks, he is ready now to begin his training anew, this time focusing on the Arnold Classic competition, which he won the previous year. In the 20-year history of the show, only 3 other people have won the title more than once, and Kai is out to show that his setback in Las Vegas was a temporary aberration, a bump in the road to greater success. This time, he will ignore the whispers of outsiders, train the way he does best, eat how he knows he should eat, and bring to the Arnold Classic stage the huge, ripped physique he has become known for. As he begins to focus on his upward trek to the Arnold Classic, Kai must first put behind him the disappointment of the Olympia. Although, as I argued in Overkill, I feel that his fourth-place showing is respectable. Much of the bodybuilding community is too often using the F word to describe his performance in Las Vegas. I ask him if these comments have an effect on him.
I guess that's kind of why in the beginning, I was very adamant about trying not to say failure, at the end of the first attempt at the Olympia. I wanted to be very conscious of not saying the word failure because it's a very, very negative way of looking at it. Every word has, a thought that, is tied to it. I think thinking is an action, it's not just, something that's separate from the body. Those champions that you celebrate are the people that are visionaries. They're the people that have the idea and they apply this effort and thought and follow through, and as a result, this is their accomplishment. Their accomplishment is a product of those thoughts. Champions were an example of what happens when you aspire to leave the plane of average thinking, when you dare to dream and you dare to go after that dream, and you make these thoughts and ideas become something more than just a dream. They actually become a vision. By applying the right action, this vision can, be a commercial for the future. And by continually working and acting and thinking in that specific way that puts you in the path of increase and reinforcing, your effort with deliberate action that is even inspired by the vision, then that vision actually ends up becoming the portrait of your life around you. You've created it. And you expect, as a result of believing not just in some place of foreign thought, but the continuing application of thought and effort every day, all day, not the words of my mouth, but by the manifestations of my heart. My thinking center that is now able to be seen by the work that I do, not just when the camera is on, but when the camera is off, what time I get up in the morning, what are the things that I do throughout the course of my day. Why is it that I'm able to go to bed being able to say 1,000 things that I've been able to do in the course of this day that makes this day an effective day or a day of efficient action? Because these efficient actions, when we start adding them up, not just today, but tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, it's not a surprise 6 months later when the world is able to see the manifestation of that.
Kai impresses me once again this day with his dedication and focus. He has a philosophy of positive thinking and positive action that he can speak about at length, almost like a preacher on Sunday. This mindset should serve him well as he trains to recapture his title. Kai Greene Redemption is made possible by MuscleMed, the makers of Code Red. Code Red combines a clinically proven dosage of the pharmaceutically modified compound glycocorn with powerful anabolic agents, ergogenic optimizers, and ROS neutralizers to make the most scientifically superior bodybuilding supplement you can buy. Before you step into the gym, prepare your body for the best workout ever. Coming up, Kai talks about the truly important aspects of bodybuilding.
All of that is distraction. You're getting caught up in crap. None of that is really in the equation at all. None of it.
We sit in on Sean Ray's muscle camp and witness a Kai squatting seminar.
We'll sit there for a minute. Our glutes and our hamstrings will come in online to help support our lower back.
And a young bodybuilder bites off more than he can chew.
A lot of bodybuilders talk about tensing from the floor up. You have a checklist, and that checklist starts with the floor.
Next week on Kai Greene Redemption. Do you want to beef up? Get Carnivore, the world's first all-beef protein isolate. Carnivore delivers the muscle-building power of real beef to help you pack on slabs of muscle. 350% more concentrated than steak, 20 times the creatine of beef, added branched-chain amino acids for increased anabolic effect, ANRT to recycle aminos and minimize ammonia. Available in 2 delicious flavors. Beef up your physique with MuscleMed's Carnivore.